Hello everyone, Pallytim here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. In today's video, we are going to play a character that may be a decent counter to what the meta is kind of shifting into. We have a few characters now that can just point and click a stun on top of you no matter where you are, really. We have Diablo that can jump in, push you into a wall at any time, and stun you, and Raynor that can just take that talent that everyone picks at level 4 and stun you every single time without fail. Also, we may be seeing some Uther reworks soon. I know they mentioned this, some more Uther reworks. So that would be yet another targeted stun that could be in the game. So what is our answer to this? Well, Raynor could be the savior that we need to countering this point and click style of play. We can get Relentless Leader at level 4. And what this is going to allow us to do is every 8 seconds, if you are stunned or rooted, you knock back nearby enemies and reduce the cooldown of your adrenaline rush by 15 seconds. Now, 15 seconds is a pretty sizable decrease for his self-sustain, especially in the heat of battle. Now, I'm not trying to say that Raynor is a top-tier assassin by any means. Generally speaking, I think Raynor's pretty boring. He kind of revels in his simplicity. He's not a very complicated character to play, so you could focus on the basics of like positioning and shooting and auto-attacking while you're moving away and, things like that. But he could be an easy way to counter heroes like Diablo and Varian if you happen to go up against them in Hero League. Let's try it out today.
Anytime you're ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, it was real raspy that time. We find ourselves on the Garden Terror map today. At level 1, we are going to go for Seasoned Marksman. Whenever we kill minions, we will be gaining auto attack damage. Once we get a bonus of 40, we can then increase our auto attack speed as well, which comes into play with our build. Now, you'll notice this is a pretty standard Raynor build other than the level 4 talent. So not much of what I'm doing should surprise you. Now, the friendly team, Varian, Raynor, Kael'thas, Ragnaros, and Rhaegar. It's okay. The enemy team, Tracer, Zeratul, Tassadar, Varian, Rin, and Alarak. Now, Varian is going to probably stun us. That is his most commonly picked talent at level 4. So hopefully I can show that off today. I'm actually going to... No, I'm not going to wait to pick it, just because I feel like that was the whole point of this video. But if you are in a position like this, and you see a Varian, and you're not sure which talents he's going to pick up, most teams hit level 4 around the same time. So you could simply hold on to that talent pick at level 4 until you confirm that Varian Rin locks in his. A lot of healers actually do this in like competitive teams with cleanse. When you're going up versus a particular team comp, you don't know if you actually need cleanse or not. It's not that uncommon to wait to get your to just wait a couple levels to see if you actually need that cleanse pickup or not. And that's a strategy I don't feel like people utilize ever outside of competitive play. But, there's no harm in it. Our focus in this game does need to be on laning, but I cannot overextend to do it because, of course, Raynor is not a split pusher. Raynor is a fucking ranged assassin. Like, we could kill minions just fine, but we don't have a lot of tools to actually get away from someone if they are ganking us. Now, we are going to try to build around safety and with good positioning. But safety with good positioning does not mean that you could just overextend like crazy. So I will be rotating in between top and bottom as our team is getting these seeds, and I will try to help them secure them as I can. Now, we're actually a pretty good counter to Tracer as well. I mentioned that this point and click stun meta, or, maybe we don't call it a meta, but these point and click style characters are a real problem for Tracer. Actually, Raynor is also a pretty big problem for Tracer as well, just because he outranges her by so much that when Tracer tries to zip in and deal damage, odds are Raynor's already been hitting her for a while. Now we are going to go for a Relentless Leader at level 4. This is the talent we were talking about if someone does stun me like a Varian Ren. And again, I could have waited to see if he picks the stun like ours did. If a target like Varian Rin does come in to stun us, what you will see is that he is knocked away immediately. We are Did he pick it? Did he pick it? Pick your talent. Pick your talent, Varian. Varian, pick your talent. You're in a fight right now. You should have your talent if you're in a fight, Varian. Oh, I just saved him, didn't I? No, we'll say that Tassadar shield saved him. He still hasn't picked his fucking talent. Come on, Varian! There we go. So he picked the stun. So we can try to position so we look tantalizing to this Varian. And then when he charges in, he doesn't really have much of a follow-up. He's going to be out of position. He's not going to be able to land on an auto attack. Worst case scenario is he hits us with his Q ability, which isn't that hard to deal with at all. Like, it's just going to slow us down a little bit. People are pinging me to retreat, but I'm Jin Raynor. I need the seasoned marksman. I pinged it to let him know. Now, I'm not going to crazy overextend with the plan or anything. We're just going to chill, maybe take some pot shots at... And that's why I didn't want to overextend. That is why right there. So he's just wasting this plant. That's sad to see. He's just letting the whole enemy team kill him. You need to be subtle with it. You need to take your chance. You need to take walls down when the opportunity presents itself. Don't try to shove your way in there. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You think you're a giant plant? The enemy team is rotating down. And again, my only goal is the minion waves in middle and top. Hi, Alarak. So Alarak actually doesn't... He isn't countered by any of this because what he does isn't considered a stun. It's just considered movement. So keep that in mind. He could... I was going to say, he could probably kill us here, and then he did. That was my bad. That was my bad. I should have just backed up. We had the sippy cup available to us. That was a pretty big misplay. That's okay, though. The friendly team decided to stop soaking middle lane and rotate up to top, over-committing to the thing that already happened. This is a common mistake that I've been seeing lately. I've been really paying attention to, like, chain reaction effects of, like, you fucked up, and then someone else tried to make up for that fuck up and fucked up even more. Like, did more harm to the team than it would have just been for you to die. In the last game I played, I overextended and got killed right... It was on the Haunted Mines. I overextended and got killed, which was a fuck up because we lost the game. But what made the situation worse is we had an Illidan with the Hunt that tried to save me because of my fuck up. So it was like a chain reaction of just, oh no, what's happening? It was like the snowball effect of mistakes. And one mistake led to another, which led to us losing the game. And I've been paying attention to more stuff like that. And I'm going to try to point them out when I see them a little bit more, because I think that kind of shit's really interesting, actually. Top lane is being pushed really hard by the friendly team, but it looks like Rhaegar is going to be taken down. Ragnaros stopped laning bottom, even though everyone's visible on the map, and came to the middle lane for some reason. We did lose 2 members of the friendly team up in the top lane, and we already know that several members of the enemy team are up there. So we're just going to hang out here. We're just going to get plants in the bottom lane team. Look at him. Look at him. They're rotating. While we are in complete safety, doing things that the team needs. Looks like Tassadar for the enemy team did take over that other seed camp, so we're just going to quickly push in here and get these marksman stacks. Again, we don't ever really want to extend over the halfway point of a lane. We don't really ever want that at all. So we're just going to push that forward, then rotate back up and see if we can help our team. Now, we are going to go for Hyperion at level 10. This is not confirmed, I think. But there may be a bug with Hyperion granting bonus damage from Seasoned Marksman and also from Giant Killer. Now, I am not building this way because of a bug. I want to be very clear about that. I don't know if it's actually a thing. I haven't tested the numbers. I haven't done anything like that at all. And I haven't really read any conclusive things saying that it's a bug. But if it is, then what's going on is based on your Seasoned Marksman stacks and the bonus damage that you do versus heroes with Giant Killer, your Hyperion will hit targets like that harder. So if that is a bug, just be aware of that. Because I mean, it could be a lot of bonus damage. It could be a ton of bonus damage. Alarak used his heroic ability there, where he goes immune to try to deal damage to us. Of course, that didn't work too well for him. The enemy team is very likely just shifting down to get bottom seeds right now. while this guy is running around. They can get another plant this night phase. I'm sure they know that. If you guys don't know how to tell that, all you have to do is look at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. You'll notice this flower for the enemy team is open and ready to blossom, and ours is closed and dried up like an old lady. Oh, that was inappropriate. And that's basically how you can tell whether or not you can still continue to get seeds during a night phase. So we're giving the enemy team another plant, and that's fine. We can defend it, no problem. I'll go ahead and Hyperion here and try to push back the enemy team. Looks like we'll get a kill on that Zeratul there. And I pushed up way too far, but as you can see, Varian Ren tried to close in and end my life, and he was taken down very quickly. I'm just trying to deal as much damage to these guys as I can as they are running away. And that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. I don't believe he did the Colossus smash on us. He did go Colossus Varian, I'm pretty sure. He had the two-hand... Yeah, he has the two-hand weapon. Let's try to just deal some damage to this Alarak who's overextended. This Varian is... Let's knock him away. Oh, Tracer was able to chase us down. Was that our first death? It feels first deathy. No, second death. Shit, team. Shit, team. We need to get our shit together. Now, we're doing pretty good on our season marks with stacks. We're 9 minutes into this game and we already have 23. That's not terrible. If we were getting more kills as a team, it could be a little bit better. Here comes the second plant for the enemy team. It's growing right now. I'm sure they're going to pick it up pretty soon. Unless they're soaking to 13 first, which I wouldn't imagine is going to be a thing. We should be able to easily defend against this. We are going to make our way middle and soak up that lane, and then try to determine the best route to counter this plant. Hopefully he's just going to walk right into us, which it looks like is going to be the thing. Giant Killer coming out at level 13. Do you know why, team? It's because, well, they don't really have super tanky characters, so why would I want Giant Killer? Because Giant Killer deals bonus damage to the Garden Terror. You can see it's dealing an extra 92 damage every time I auto attack, bringing our auto attack versus this guy up to just about 300, which is a pretty fucking big deal when you're defending against a giant objective like that. Let's just go ahead and click on this Tracer. We'll get a little bit of movement speed out with our W ability. Really, whenever we're attacking something, we should be using our W. I think I've been slacking on that a little bit. There we... Oh, I thought that was going to kill it. Very overextended here. There we go. We'll use our Q to kill that thing off, and if they continue to chase, we can Hyperion. But it looks... Oh, yeah, we'll Hyperion. Zeratul should be taken down, I hope. No, it looks like he's going to live with just a little bit of health. Varian for the enemy team, though, will die to my auto attack. Tracer jumped into the Hyperion there, but it looks like she'll be able to navigate around it, no problem. And we don't have any more self-healing, so I am going to start to retreat. Don't get an E. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Thank you. Actually, this guy was playing Tyrande in the last game I was in. He was a pretty good Tyrande. He was on the enemy team, though. He won because I overextended in the Illidan hunted enemy. Alright. Let's just try to point and click some damage on these guys. Obviously, Tracer Tassadar is a crazy strong combo, so if we can do well against that, I'm gonna feel pretty good. We're at 28 stacks out of 40 on Season Marksman. I don't believe Season Marksman has a cap anymore, so if you continue to farm, it will continue to build up that bonus attack damage. Yeah, we need to leave this team. We just need to get out of here. There's a knockback for Varian. Unfortunately, that's all I have. I'm not going to be able to do too much more for you there, buddy. And we don't want to be pulled in by Alarak. The friendly team split up and the enemy team stayed together, and that's what led to that. Let's just auto-attack these down, get some more stacks. They're moving in on this again. I can't say I agree with that. We already know we're outnumbered. We already know that. He's going to get a pretty... Oh, I thought he was going to get a really good knockback there, but he actually didn't. Zeratul for the enemy team is moving in on that building for some reason. We actually should be able to move in here now, if we all stayed. No, of course we did not. Because that would be too easy. Hyperion. Oh, fuck. I don't know why we all didn't stay. They wanted to get that camp really bad, I guess. They didn't actually get the camp. I did trade with Zeratul. I mean, was that the right play when the enemy team is all super low on health and we're healthy? I think so. I think we had that. I think we had that no problem. I genuinely do. Looks like we are still going to get the majority of the seeds there, but at what cost? At an extra kill? An extra 2 kills. That played out really well. See, again, I don't know why we just didn't commit to that in the first place. We just could have completely won. We are going to go for Bullseye at level 16, which is going to allow us to stun an enemy target, the first enemy target that we hit with our Q ability. This is going to give us a little bit more safety. And if a character like Varian does charge in on us, he is going to be knocked back. And then we can stun him on top of that with the Q ability as long as he's the only one that we hit. And I'm going to try to use that to the best of my ability. Now, it is worth mentioning that with this particular setup, you are losing out on focused attack. So you are trading one of your best offensive abilities for a defensive one. And that's not a trade that some people will be comfortable making. So I want to be very clear that I could be dealing more damage with focused attack than I ever could be with this particular ability, with Relentless Leader at level 4. But versus characters that can just stun you and kill you, it may be worth thinking about. See, look at that. Look at that. I'll go ahead and Hyperion that. Fuck it, why not? Zeratul is going to be taken down. Oh no! I almost walked into that. Did Kael'thas not get the plant, or did he die with the plant? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look at my mini-map at all. I think he suicided with the plant and he's upset. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Which, I mean, he was doing that earlier too, so I guess we can't be that surprised. Alright, we're going to be able to focus this stuff down for the enemy team, no problem. Ragnaros got some nerfs today. I'll be going over those nerfs in tomorrow's video. But essentially, that molten core state that he can get into is a lot more valuable because it has a significantly longer cooldown. We're at 36 stacks on Seasoned Marksman. Only 4 to go before we can activate... He's just dead. Only 4 to go before we can activate that attack speed bonus. So I'm going to head up to the top lane where a lot of minions are right now and try to get that bonus. Nice and easy. Rhaegar's hanging out in a bush. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he wants to get that camp. Maybe Ragnaros coming over to help him. Okay. We're 1 minion wave away from our bonus damage. Here we go. It's going to come online. Boom! Increases attack speed by 40% for 3 seconds. And I believe this will continue stacking. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't take Seasoned Marksman basically on any characters that I normally play. But I think it's going to continue to keep stacking. So every time we attack, not only are we dealing 40 bonus damage, but we are also going to be dealing damage based on the target's maximum HP. Versus this team, that's not going to be very high. Unless we're going against the Garden Terror. And we're going to be able to increase our attack speed with our W ability and with Seasoned Marksman. So that's a lot of fucking damage. Let's go ahead and try it here on this Varian Ren. That's a lot of fucking damage. That is a lot of fucking damage. Now, again, it would be higher with focused attack. So we are trading off that defense of not dying every time we get stunned for that bonus damage that we could have. But it does continue to stack. Look at that. We're 43 bonus damage. I'm going to go defend against this enemy team push up in the top lane. Or at least try to. If it looks a little too sketchy, I'm just going to back way up here. And again, I'm trying not to super overextend for these things. We are going to pick up Nexus Frenzy now, further increasing our attack speed, making us even better at this. This stacks with Seasoned Marksman. This stacks with Inspire. And we're just going to be able to blow someone up on the enemy team. Should be beautiful, actually. I would love to if Rhaegar actually went for Bloodlust here, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just happy we have a healer. Let's avoid those boulders, shall we? All right, looks like the friendly team's mostly in the bottom lane. I'll rotate down to them now, taking the safe path. Auto-pathing was trying to get me killed. On my way. I'll let them know I'm not there. I'm sure they already do. But just in case, at least I told him. Is this worth sippy cupping? No, I don't think so. The enemy team appears to all be up in the top part of the map. 313 every auto attack. Versus the plant that's going to be like 450 damage every time we auto attack now. That's crazy. That's really good, actually. Looks like we are wanting to contest the enemy team. Kael'thas once again getting in the plant, so we're going to have another suicidal plant on our hands. I'll go ahead and Hyperion this when we gain access to it. I wouldn't feel bad about that at all. Make sure I'm not in that. Alarak is going to be taken down. Looks like we don't even need the Hyperion. We can just simply auto-attack it, get those seeds, and have those ready for the next night phase. Now, the plant is taking a shit ton of damage from the enemy team for absolutely no reason. It hasn't even made it close to a tower yet, and it's already at half health. That's the sign of a bad plant driver. But that's okay. I don't want to fucking drive the plant, so I'm going to let Kael'thas do it. I'm a backseat plant driver right now. Looks like we were moving in versus the enemy teams. Keep looking to get a win here. With a full health Garden Terror, with a half health Garden Terror, I don't think it'll be that hard to do. We can Hyperion this as well. The enemy team is getting in their plant right now. We are hitting them for about 475 with every auto attack. We are going to stun that Zeratul there. It's making it so he cannot blink away. And then just target this Tracer for some damage as she moves in. Remember, we outrange her by a ton. The plant, instead of hitting the core, is currently hitting the top fort, which I cannot tell. Core? Hello? Can't tell you how frustrating that is. But hey, we did more siege damage than we would have otherwise, you know? Let's go ahead and Hyperion this right here. It looks like we are getting bonus damage. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. But it looks like we will win the video game, team. And look at that. Even though we didn't take the highest damage build that Jim Raynor has to offer, we still did some pretty respectable damage. Not bad at all. MVP. Did I get on the board? I don't think I did. No. All right, team. Well, that is our look at Jim Raynor. Maybe he will be your answer in Hero League versus stun-heavy comps because of this particular setup. If you wanted to be even more defensive at level 20, you could go for Bolt of the Storm, which he has for some reason. Great job! You died only 3 times during the match, while similar players averaged 4.7. Well, shit! Again, our talents in today's video: Seasoned Marksman level 1, Relentless Leader level 4, Revolution Overdrive into Hyperion, into Giant Killer, Bullseye, and then Nexus Frenzy. Again, there may be some bug interactions with Seasoned Marksman and Giant Killer proccing off of Hyperion. Maybe. So if that's the case, you know, don't exploit, kids. Or maybe it's intended. So if it is, do that, kids. But who knows? Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be taking a look at the nerfed Ragnaros in the next video. Maybe we'll do a different build other than the Meatball one, even though the Meatball build is really fun. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all next time.